So I thought I'd start today's vlog by showing you my window boxes. I'm really pleased with how they've turned out. It's just a few illustrations. Mandy and welcome to my YouTube channel What Mandy Made Next. Today is Monday the 12th of August 2024 and it seems like it's been eons, well actually it is, since I last uploaded a vlog, but that means I've got plenty of my crafty makes to share with you. So you may have noticed at the beginning of this vlog I put a little bit of footage of my Welsh dresser. So yeah, my father purchased this dresser for me 44 years ago. Welsh dressers then were all the rage and we used to display a tea set on them. And then I let my daughter have it for a while, and then when she didn't want it no more I had it back. But yeah, I have put some new knobs on this. And I've decided to decorate it seasonally. I pinched that idea from Davina from Little Workroom Crafts. So yeah, I'm very much back in love with my Welsh dresser. See, pine used to be all the rage, I would say late 70s, right through to the 90s really. Everything was pine. But I've made plenty of little mini projects. So no further ado, let me start with the first project I made in July, the first Monday. And this was this one, which, got some threads on the back, which is Sweet and Simple Through the Year. It's a subscription from Liberty Bell, an online shop in the UK. And this was the project for July. Well, I think it was. I get mixed up with the months. There we go. Now these you can hang them like door hangers, or you can hang them on the wall. But this will be going in my craft room because, you know, it's very apt, isn't it? And it's backed with this lovely wool fabric, which has decided not to show up, but it's like a brown tartan. So yeah, that's my first project. This is by Buttermilk Basin, and like I say, if you go on to Liberty Bell, the online shop in the UK, and you go to workshops, wool camps, and scroll down, you will actually see this one, or just search for it. But it's the Sweet and Simple Through the Year, and the patterns are by Buttermilk Basin. Okay, so that's the first one. Just have a sip of my water. So I'm very thirsty. I got some cucumber in it, which is from our greenhouse. We've done quite well with for cucumbers this year. Right, the next project is the spring bug. Oh, I love this. Oh, you can make this in an afternoon. So this was from the Tilda's Seasons Idea collection. And this is what drew me to this book. So here is the picture. And she's put them in plant pots. So this is Tilda fabric that I've used. But for the wings, I've used a quilting cotton I had. It's called Fairy Frosting by Michael Miller, and I just gives that little, I don't know if it's showing up, but it's got a little shine to it. So I'll take it out of its pot, and that's all it is really. I just thought they were really cute, and it's a great little stash buster for, you know, them buttons you're not going to use. So yeah, oops, twisted that the wrong way. There we go. So yeah, I like that. And these little plant pots I actually purchased from Hobbycraft. I think they were in the wedding section. So they just sit in there nicely. I'll get you the other one and show you the other. So here's the other one. Again, I've used Tilda fabric. I didn't have enough of the fabric to make the frill, so I've used the fairy frosting, the same as the wings. But yeah, got little yellow buttons on that one. So yeah, I think they're really cute. Great little make. My next make is from the Tilda Summer Ideas book. Now, I have two Tilda books. It's the Summer Ideas one, and I've got I think it's the winter one or the Christmas one. But what I didn't realise when I purchased this book is that those books are also incorporated into this. So never mind. So I'll show you. It's called Summer Garlands. And that's the picture. And I thought that would look really pretty on the dresser. I'll show you a little bit more closer up. I don't want to take it down now. But basically, they're just two dolls. And they've got these radishes in between, which I thought were quite cute. So, let me show you in a little bit more detail. These are the Summer Garland angels. So these are radishes. And they've got a little lace trim, and then here's the first angel. Again, I've used one of those flowers in the hair, and I've used this funky yarn. I've had it for a long time, so I thought I'd use that for the hair. Just got a little simple dress on with a trim. Then we've got the other radish, and then here's the other angel. And that's a green rick-rack around, and then the other radish. My next make was the Summer Garden Angel. So I can bring this one a little bit closer and talk about this one to you. Oh, here we go. Let me start with this doll. I love this. This took a few days to make actually. So I don't think I used Tilda doll skin for this one. It was just some beige fabric I had in my stash, and I thought, well, I'll use it up. This is the same colour as those leaves on the radish. So you make the body up and then you sew the arms on. Okay, and then she's got these lovely overalls on. So the pockets I've made from a scrap of fabric I had. You may recognise it. It's from a baby quilt I made. And then this is from the Tilda fabric range. Little houses and churches on. I just thought they were delightful and would make some lovely little dungarees. I didn't have any doll hair as such, So what I've done is I've used, as they suggested, this embroidery thread, okay, for the fringe. And then for the rest of the hair, I've used like this wool. It's like a fluffy wool I had. And then she's got a matching little scarf, which is in the pattern. I had some, you know, like you get these buttons from craft shops. So I had those in my stash, so I thought I'd use those up. For those of you who know me, I do a lot of scrapbooking and card making. And I had like these little, they're like, they're not felt, it's like a rubbery felt, flowers. And I thought that would look really good on a headscarf. And then the flip-flops. Although it says Tilda accessories to use for the shoes, I couldn't find anywhere in the UK where I could purchase any of the Tilda accessories for the dolls. So I've made these. So basically there is a pattern in the book, but you can get from Hobbycraft in England. It's called Funky Foam, and they just sell them in sheets. And I've got a few sheets in my stash. So I just cut the pattern out for the flip-flops and then stuck 2 of those little flowers on. So yeah, that's my doll. I'm really pleased with her. Yeah. I think she should have some wings on, but I didn't put any on. Just thought she looked grand as it was. And the knees are sewn there, so they do, at the kneecaps, so they will bend. So you can put her in that sitting position. So I like to style her with the hands in the pockets. Yeah, I'll just pop her back. So I haven't made this month, but I just thought I'd show you. This is my Angel Amongst Us doll. It's quite a long one. The idea of this is that they have a seasonal apron on, and this is the one for summer. I just thought I would show you whilst I was showing the rest of the dolls. So I'll just sit her there. Right, my next make is Spikey the hedgehog. So here he is in all his glory. And I've actually done a little bit of footage of me making Spikey. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it. So this is the box that it came in. It's called Old Spikey. And there's a lovely photograph of him on the front. So I've got some visual guidance there, how my hedgehog's going to be. And here is all the fabrics and the haberdashery required to make him. A lovely card there from Liberty Bell with all the details on. I'll pop that over there. These are all the instructions to make Old Spikey. We've got quite a few pages there. There's also the pattern there for me to cut out the clothes and the body. Oh, it looks like I've got a stand as well, so that's good. And there's a piece of doweling there I'll get. You just pop that in. So that's his stand. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. So let's pop that box over there and just check I've got everything to make him. But we should have felt for the body. So this will be the body. Oh, it's quite a big piece of felt. And all this will be wool felt from Sue. Yeah, this is the wool for the trousers. It says a green woven fabric for the shirt. Let's get making. I'm using a stitch length of 2, because the smaller the stitch length, it is far easier to negotiate curves when sewing. As the pattern suggests, I have put a little bit of extra stuffing in just underneath that textured felt, just to give him that hedgehog shape. Now there is another kit that goes with Spikey, and her name is Willow the Hedgehog. So I'm going to order that. Sue said she's put me one up. I think he'd look great on here when I decorate this for autumn. Okay, I just thought I would mention this dough bowl here. So I was watching Susie Stitcher, and she'd mentioned that the Range, which is a shop in the UK, was selling dough bowls. So I happened to be in the Range a few days later, like you do, and spotted them. So I picked this one out, and I must say I'm really pleased, because it is rather large, as you say, Susie, because when I first saw it, I thought, well, that's bigger than what I expected it to be. But Dave has gone and waxed it a few times now. It smells lovely. It smells of linseed. And the grain has come up in this. So I'm quite pleased with how it's looking. Now, you will remember the fresh lemonade pillow I made last year. And that was by Primrose Cottage Stitches, the pattern. And then I also had this from a charity shop. And it was some oranges. Now I don't really want I didn't really want frame it, to be honest. It was a very 70s to me, that was. I forgot who the kit was by now, but I've got some with pears on as well. And I thought, you know, in the 70s we would have framed this and probably had a green mount, circular mount, and in a wooden frame. But I thought, no, I don't. A picture of oranges ain't going to do it for me. But I thought I'll make it into a pillow, and I had this fabric in my stash, and I thought it looked quite bright, and it's got some orange in it. So there we go. I've made that cross stitch into a pillow. So I think it's only cost me, the kit did with all the threads, I think it was only a couple of £2 from a charity shop. So yeah, quite pleased with that. And I've just styled it in this dough bowl with some fruit, just for effect really. So while I'm on about the range and the dough bowl, I just thought I would show you this. Whilst I was in the range, don't know if you're interested, Susie, but they had this strawberry bowl. And I thought that looks great because we could put in little pillows, you know, little cross-stitch pillows with strawberries on. Or in fact, you can get cross-stitch patterns which you can shape, you know, which are shaped into strawberries. So there we go. That's the Summer Blessings. I stitched this quite a while ago now. It's by Lila Studios. And yeah, it's got the little strawberries on, so yeah, I've popped that in there. So I thought all my little strawberry cross stitches I can pop into that strawberry bowl. So have a look, Susie, see what you think. My last mini project is this one up here. I'll show you a bit more closer. And it's called Sunflower Fields Forever. And it's a pattern by Deb Eggers. So I got this pattern from Primitive Quilts and Projects magazine for the summer of 2024. Now all these magazines used to get a hard copy. Now they're all online as PDFs. So I have a subscription and it's well worth it because you get access to all the back issues of Primitive Quilts and Projects magazine. Susie, this is an if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to this because it's fantastic. You'll love this because it's all Americana, primitive folk projects. So they do have some cross-stitch projects as well. But this one was actually a quilt. And I thought, oh, I'll just do one block and have that as a wall hanging. So yeah, I was really pleased with how that turned out. So yeah, that's my Sunflower Fields Forever. And it's a great little scrap buster. It really is. So every morning I like to stitch on my Glory of Autumn. So this is how far I've got now. So yeah, I'm loving this, really am. So as we know with dimensions, your stitches, sometimes you can be using 4 threads, blended, you know, a blend of different colours, or you might just use a single thread, half cross stitch or full cross stitch, which gives the dimensions. And as you can see, this tree is truly looking 3D now. Now I am doing my stitching, you know, they got the stitching there, the back stitching as we go, because I don't want to be left at the very end like I was with my last piece, back stitching and trying to work out where they all go. So back stitching as I go. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this is turning out. In fact, I might be naughty and work on this tonight. So yeah, that's my Glory of Autumn. The designer for that piece is Rudy Reichardt, and it's stitched on a 14 count ivory Ada. Now on a Tuesday I've been stitching on my Hawk Run Hollow. So this is a stitch along initiated by Susie Stitcher. So I made a mistake with this. It should be 3 blocks across and 4 blocks down. But I made a mistake and I've gone 4 blocks across. instead. So let me just show you. It's a year at Hawkrun Hollow, and the pattern is by Carriage House Samplings. So last time I spoke to you, I'd only partly done the second square, which is February. So I finished that and I couldn't stop stitching. So I stopped stitching on my Glory of Autumn in the morning and kept on stitching with this. So every Tuesday I would spend, you know, all my crafting time on this, but also in the morning. So that's the March one. And as we can say, in like a lion, out like a lamb. And then we've got the April showers. Oh, I love it. Now you might see that there's some stitching missing there because I've run out of that particular colour thread, and I'll have to get some more because some of these I've used from stash. And I've now started on the May one. Oh, can you see? There we go. So yeah, I'm going great guns now on this, and I'm loving every minute. So the fabric I'm stitching on is an 18 count. It's the vintage country mocha. Now I know why I've made the mistake now. I've worked it out. So this is a frame I purchased from 123 Stitch. I saw this again on Susie Stitch's vlog, and when we spoke I asked her about it and she said, yeah, it's really good. So basically I stitch two-handed, so I've got this hand underneath catching my needle, and that's how I stitch. But what's happened is when I've put this on the fabric, you see, you have to be careful that wherever you're working is not going to be obstructed by these notches. And what I've done is I've put the fabric in and I've started to stitch, and because perhaps that got in the way, I've twisted it round. And that's how I've ended up making the mistake. So yeah. I was going to make them into separate pillows when I realised my mistake, but my partner said, no, carry on and make it as how it should be, but just go 4 blocks across. And I don't think it looks too bad, to be honest. So yeah, I'm pleased with how it's turning out. So on a Wednesday I like to work with yarn, and I was knitting the Agnes cardigan. It was a free pattern on the Drops Design website, and I was knitting this in a double knitting wool. Well, I say wool, it's acrylic, and it's by Robin from the Lullaby range in this lovely lilac colour. Well, I've left my stitch marker in, but I finished it. And I just love this lacy yoke. You knit this top down, which I do find a little bit confusing to do because they give you a chart to work off, like it's Farell, you know. So I have to write down each row like an old-fashioned pattern, because that's how I've always knit lace. And you aren't going to change me now. So yeah, and the bottom isn't rib, it's just the garter stitch. You also knit the bands on as well as you go. And I've got a little tiny clip of her wearing it. Until I see you next time, thank you for watching. If you've liked this video, please just give me a like. It'd be fabulous if you could leave me a comment, because the more comments I get, the more it triggers the YouTube algorithm, and they will then suggest my vlog to other people. Even better if you could subscribe and tap that little bell, and then you'll be reminded every time I upload a vlog, it'll show up. The other thing is, it would be really fantastic if you could, if you look in the description box down below, you know you got that little row of things saying copy link and all that. If you click on the share, you can copy the link and send it to someone who's like yourself, very crafty, who may be interested in watching me. That would also be good. So until I speak to you next time, bye.